Alright, kind of want to play this before bed, I guess. I also want to go back to Ori and the Will of the Wisps, but, I don't like games like that during the weekdays because time flies by too quick and I can't keep track of time, which isn't good when you have a job and a life and, gotta be a responsible adult. It's like being dull with adult, but with the dullness. This alt, like it's like an alt, but dull, like an adult. Just look at why the fuck does this look so shitty? Oh my god. Hold up. I'm doing this wrong. I fucked it up again. I fucked it up again. I fumble, 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 fumble. Just look at me, look at me. We're about to sing that song. It's gonna be great. I was practicing that song today, so it's gonna be like the slightest bit less, the slightest bit less shitty than it was before. But we'll see. And hopefully, I don't have like weird um, creating ness in my chest. Your eyes, they penetrate me. There's no ways, mate. That's when I got up and left. It's doing it again. Fuck. It doesn't wanna. It doesn't wanna do the. It doesn't wanna fucking help me. I swear, I'm like surrounded by stupid hackers. Like, I don't know how like Congress allows this kind of like. I don't understand how Congress allows this level of intrusion in someone's house when we have two amendments dedicating to having the right to kicking people out of someone's own personal space, you know? Like, it's very fucking simple. Like, I don't find it funny, and I don't consider anyone that, like, so far, I like the people that are doing this to me have, most of them, like, some of them are revealing themselves to me, and they're like, and they're not anyone I consider family or anything like that. And they're doing shit to the point that they're literally putting words into my mouth and things like that. Like, they're making me speak words that I'm not trying to speak. And like half the time it's words that like my brain is like trying to like think of what to say, and I'll like go through words that I would maybe want to say, but I won't want to deliver. And like I'm getting really good at not doing that. Like I'm really good at I'm getting really good at not saying the words I don't want to say, and because of that, and I'm guessing it's because of me streaming, like people listening to me stream. So whoever's doing this has clearly been listening to my stream and has not even revealed themselves in chat or anything. But anyway, like I've been getting so good at speaking that there's someone fucking with my ability to speak, and it reminds me of the president. Like he has the same speech impediment. So this, like, it makes me wonder if the president's speech impediment is literally just some fucking shit-headed wannabe politician, or like politicians like butt bitch fucking with someone in a seat of power, you know, or like with political power, because you know they're probably corrupt or something. And like right there, I didn't mean to say, you know, I didn't mean to say like all those times that I just said like, stuff like that. And I'm getting pretty good at not allowing myself to speak like that, because I'm getting better at public speaking, I guess. And someone is definitely intimidated by me, and it's I mean, pathetic is a word that would fit there, but it goes beyond pathetic. It reminds me of the Fourth Amendment, like in see, it keeps happening. It reminds you of the Fourth Amendment, where you're allowed to kick people. You have the right to kick a soldier out of your house, or prevent them from entering your domain if you do not feel like hosting them. Like, that is a right that has been fought for by the United States. So we've had people who have given up their entire lives, who have died for this, and then we have people that are doing this bullshit. and like it would seem that it's hard, like it would seem hard to believe, it would seem like fuck. It's something that is hard. It's something that seems like it's hard to believe, but with my basic, I only have like a bachelor's level understanding of computer programming. With our modern tools, it seems really easy to write to me. Like it's something that I was able to invent with my design understanding pretty fucking easily. By the way, no, it's all up. I don't have enough. No. Any designs I share on my stream are not public domain. This stream is my domain. Twitch shares that with me, but like everything I'm sharing it is me, and I'm claiming it as my domain as well. It's and like even when it comes to public domain, there are attribution rights that are demanded. Like someone, like if I say something and someone steals it or wants to use it more than anything, wants to borrow it, they have to cite me. They have to like give me credit for it. But I don't want to leave it as public domain. Like I want to be asked about it because these are designs that can be dangerous, and if taken by the wrong person, they're gonna fuck it up, and like really bad things can happen. Like I don't see it as a good idea to allow someone to just take any of my ideas and use them how they please when they're clearly not capable of understanding it completely. They're probably just someone that has a sense, that has a form of power and a sense of, I don't even know what kind of what I would describe their sense of being is, but the fuck would I call it? Like they see themselves as people that can do whatever the fuck they please, but they don't seem to respect the very rights that were fought for and people died for to build this place where we have freedom, where we have liberty, where we have rights, like where we have things that, where we have a culture that allows us to be free, right? That was not like that less than 300 years ago. What's happening today would not be allowed to happen, period. It would just not be possible, right? Now we're in a place where there's so many people that think they can just do whatever the fuck they want, but in like in the most detestable, deplorable way. Like for example, the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, that only works in public domain. So when you are out in public, you have the freedom to speak. Now, you do not have the right to force people to listen to you. For example, that is not one of the rights there. Like, so you're allowed to take a spot and start speaking and give a speech, but if no one wants to fucking listen to you, they do not have to listen to you. This is, and it's the same thing for when you have a house. If you buy your own place, if you're renting an apartment, that is your place. If you have a guest that you like that is pissing you off, you have the right to tell them to shut up. When someone's inside your domain, they don't actually have complete and total freedom of speech. You are allowed to shut them the fuck up, and if they don't want to shut up, you're allowed to kick them out. Now that does come off as rude and stuff, but if you're hosting in your house and you're having an event and someone is being rude, you have the right to shut them up and you have the right to kick them out. It's something that Donald Trump actually did during one of his conferences. He kicked a reporter out. He completely has that right. Like during press conferences, speakers do have the right to kick out reporters if they're inside a private, if they're inside a private domain. If it's a public domain that's owned by the public, that's a little bit different. At that point, like it becomes more of a conflict between the two, and that one's a little more up in the air if you think about it. I would lean more on the speaker because it's also about like not being rude, like if there's a design speaker, it's good to let them speak first, and then you gotta take your turn. Trying to stop someone from speaking by being rude and interrupting them does kind of intrude on their ability to exercise their right to speak, Uh, and it's the same thing for someone's mind. Your mind is, and I like like I don't fully like the Bible. Like I get that the Bible is very fucking disgusting to a lot of people, and I don't completely disagree. But I don't completely disagree in the fact that there's been a lot of human rights violations and just like straight up crimes that like happen in there all the time, and just people's humanity gets ignored, and like all the bullshit that's happened in there. But uh, in the New Testament, fuck, I literally don't want to sound like a preacher right now, but like I used to go to church and all this. They like it was Jesus that talked about this, but he talked about like I read like the books. He talked about how the mind is a temple, how it's a house, like right. But and then you bring that back to the modern day, right? That fits very like so. This kind of thought had already existed like 2,000 years ago. That the mind is a house of its own, and it's a house to your thought, to your mind, right? That is your domain. So having people enter your domain uh, should be only allowed when you welcome them in, right? You should not be allowed like people should not be allowed to just waltz into your mind and do whatever the fuck they want. Like you have the right to kick them the fuck out, even if they're soldiers, and that's just one of your rights as an American, which is really fucking cool. Like people die for this stuff, right? Um, and it's the same for family. Like someone, like if your parents think they have control over you, kick them the fuck out. If you do not want them to exercise control over you. I don't know for teenagers. Like if you're not old enough to like leave the house yet. I'm guessing if you have your room, like trying to fight for your room is a thing too. At that point, it becomes a bit iffy. I would maybe work with the government and ask them to like help you get the fuck out of there, because I've gone through that shit too and I fucking hated it. Like there was many times in my life where I just rather an orphanage, because like I just remember like days that like the screaming was just way too fucking much. Like everyone in the house was just fucking screaming and being totally shitheaded, and it's just fucking awful, you know. It's bad for the brain. It's bad for the thought. Like no one wants to hear other people's bullshit. And like anyone giving themselves an excuse to do this to you is not actionable. It's not something that they actually can use against you. People will fucking make up anything to get their way, you know? And this is a culture that evolved from us gaining our freedoms. But like I don't want to call it criminal. What the fuck is it? Anarchist? It's like nihilist anarchist culture, you know? Like they just don't give a fuck about anything except what they think is right. Also, like survival of the fittest is pretty fucking shit. Like we don't have a civil system, so survival of the fittest is becomes the ruling party. You know, we have a civil system to protect the weak. We have a bit of a Samaritan system where we want to help people. You know, we don't want to just fucking execute people because they can't walk. You know, it's the same thing for thinkers though, or people who like exercise their freedom of speech, like me. I should not have to suffer people harassing me the way I'm getting harassed because I'm someone that exercises my freedom of speech. And by the way, I do see myself as a comedian, right? Like I spend a lot of time just like doing comedy and I love it, and it was funny a lot of it, and most of it's deleted because I got her like the last year, like I mentioned, I literally got attacked and harassed so fucking much that most of my content is gone, and it sucks. I don't know if I can redo a lot of that content. I'm not sure if I can redo because I literally got placed under so much duress that I don't fucking know if I can go back to that. I think it's pretty fucking stupid how people can just go and do that. But yeah, like yeah, yeah, I don't know. That's the way I was raised to think about it. And when it comes to right to bear arms, it comes down to the right to defend yourself. Like that's the way I was taught it, at least. The right to bear arms is all about self-defense. So like, you have to really study self-defense so you don't accidentally commit manslaughter and you don't accidentally murder someone. But if someone's aggressing you, you do have the right to defend yourself. But usually the whole point there is so you can evacuate yourself or anyone else that's with you from that situation. Now, if they're inside your domain, you have the right to kick them the fuck out and like beat them to shit to the point that you are able to kick them out. So if they're bigger than you, you are allowed to fucking hit them to the point that you were capable of kicking them out. And if that kills them, that was their fucking fault. I don't like the idea of fucking killing at all. I've never killed anyone and I'm really happy about that. But at the same time, it's a good idea to know these things because break and entries do happen. Let's go back to the Third and Fourth Amendment. Your private space. My virtual space does feel like my private space. So anything that's running on my computer is part of my space. Any data that enters my computer is entering my domain. So I have the right to get rid of it at any time. Like it starts becoming breaking and entering, larceny. What's the other one? Arson. Even like not actual battery, like physical battery, but battery in the form of duress, like mental stress, when someone's fucking with you virtually, or your devices. And if it's someone that's a part of like the justice system, they should be required to reveal themselves if they're going to be fucking with you or your stuff. And at that point, it leans into the Fifth and Sixth Amendment, which is the right to remain silent, and you have the right to a quick trial. So the only thing they can really do is whatever they're doing, they have to hurry the fuck up so they can get you through a trial as soon as possible and then get the fuck out of your life. If they're hounding you and stalking you and treating you like prey, that's not someone from the justice system. That's someone that you can attack and go after. I really like this game. I love the deck I built. It's pretty fucking cool. Anyone fucking with your data is technically committing arson or like I forgot the name of the crime, but it's when someone like ruffles through your stuff. So there's breaking and entering, and then there's like someone like disrupting your stuff. It's not a robbery or a theft if they didn't steal anything, but like if they search your stuff without permission, that's also a crime. And then there's literal fucking nowadays. There's going to be literal puppeteering because I've been experiencing this. I've been calling them muppeteering because they've just been trying to be funny and putting the wrong words in my mouth sometimes when I'm speaking. And the worst part is that their sense of humor is actual trash or garbage to me. Like it's not even funny to me. I don't like the words that they choose or anything, and it's pretty frustrating having to speak someone else's lesser version of speaking. To me, at least, like I just don't, I don't hold it in regard. And then again, and then having to be forced to hear someone's voice inside my mind, Or like, let's say my computer speakers. If they just hacked my computer speakers and I were, that's also illegal. Like, I am not required to listen to you speak when you were inside my domain. That's also illegal. That one's breaking and entering. That's the crime that they're committing there. And it's a form of they're committing, like, they're putting you under duress, like and they could also put you under extortion, blackmail, death threats, threats to your family, which are all things I have experienced within the past year. And usually when I go to bed, I literally get a whole fucking team of people that are just attacking me and crying and like, not only are they pathetic and annoying, I can't sleep at night. Like, I've been struggling to go to sleep. It's pretty fucking awful. And I bet you it's because I've just been having, like, last year, the year before, I had such a good time streaming and just being a comedian on my stream, and then singing, and like, I was started to make music and stuff. And whoever the fuck they are, they're intimidated by me, and it fucks with whatever, like, they were, whoever the fuck they are, like, their sense of security. Like, it's a set of very insecure people that are fucking with me. What they don't realize is that they're committing so many fucking crimes. Like, it's been a year, so they're literally at like 20 years to life or whatever, from my perspective. Like, I would not want monetary compensation. I would want them put away, not because I like that. I don't like the idea of imprisonment, but I don't like the idea of someone fucking with me to this extent, to the point that I would want to make an example out of them, so other people don't have to suffer this. And I hope any listeners that would potentially be listening to this, even if it's not live, would understand that. And I do not think anyone, like ambassadors or like royals, like princesses, even kings or queens or even emperors, dictators, I don't think anyone that has like some kind of amnesty in the States gets the rights from that. Like, at that point, like, if we can't imprison them, I'm thinking you give them the fucking worst sanctions, like, in modern reality. Or you hit them with the same, like, we hit them with the same fucking we fight fire with fire, you know. But to me, like, these kind of tools are better, like, going silent. Like, I feel like being completely silent is usually better anyway. But I guess I'm just being I mean, it would be for but it does fall into my honor system. I do have an honor code, you know. I like, there are certain things I'm not ever willing to do. All right, I'm done. Let's karaoke. They turn the lights down low, shadows hiding from the world, only coming out when it gets cold. This part hit the floor, the voices carry on and out the door, and everything you touch turns into gold. Like the angel you are, left creating. Yeah, I don't know the lyrics now. I'm trying to karaoke, it's not easy. I'm not reading. I'm trying to listen to it and then partially read. I should be more reading ahead before. I love Rise Against, so they're really good. They turn the lights down low, in shadows hiding from the world, only coming out when it gets cold. This part when they hit the floor, the voices carry on and out the door, and everything you touch turns into gold. Like the angel you are, left creating a lightness in my chest. they penetrate. Answers always made. That's when I got up and left.
Maybe usually means no.
Beating hard in the microphone. A ticking clock in an empty home still tells of these times so long ago. And even though I've come so far, I know I got so far to go. And any day now I'll explode like the angel you are, left creating a lightness in my chest. Your eyes, they penetrate, your answers always met. And that's when I got up and left. I gotta work on my finish. I'm not finishing words right. Also, like when I'm trying to project, I'm not hitting the notes right. Like it's really hard to get my mouth in the right position. Like even how I have my like head tilted affects it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And every day will lead to tomorrow. Tomorrow brings one less. I'm bad at this. I gotta do more songs that I know. I post the lyrics. It'd be cool to have an app that just like, I want to hook it up to like a thing that just puts the lyrics on the screen, so it'd be like, and any day now I'll explode. No, that's making me think of jizzing. That's funny. I wasn't trying to do that. Think of that. That's too funny. I mean, the thing that fucks me up the most though is that I'm streaming, so I literally have a chat in my stream, and anyone could literally just go there and talk to me, but they choose the weirdest approach. I literally have a mailbox, I have an email, I have a phone with a phone number, I have texting capability, I have a Discord. Shit, I could go on AOL online. I have video game chat rooms. Like this game has a chat room. There's so many fucking chat ways to communicate with people, you know? Like just like the most cowardly approach. It's just really strange to me. I don't know. I love stand-up comedy. I've been someone that like grew up with. I wouldn't say like a normal. I would say an abnormal amount of stand-up comedy. Like the amount of stand-up comedy I've absorbed is more than the regular person. Now, an actual like full-time stand-up comedian, 100% has more stand-up comedy experience than me. But I'm someone that's more of a jack of all trades. So I have a lot of other stuff that I also grew up with. I just like always having new things in my life. It's just the type of person I am, you know? And any day now I'll explode. Like, you guys should hear me drumming. You go to my YouTube, I think it's Jolly Knox on YouTube. I have a drumming video. It's dope. It's dopamine. I would do another one, but I got so pissed off last year that I literally fucking destroyed my drum set with a bat. I had a dream when I was a teenager to always have a house, to not be is it monotonous? Monotone? What's the word? Not dreary. The word's right. I feel like there's a wave that's blocking my brain from like just pulling the words that I want sometimes. That's another thing. There's little waves that you can. And this is the thing about 5G. 5G is all they needed. Like the government or whoever the fuck is doing this, the corruption in the world. This is all they needed. Like the corrupt people on Earth. This is why they're pushing for 10G now. You know. So they have even more control over us. I'm guessing by 10Gs we're going to be on strings. Like they're going to be able to move us completely. Um, if they go to 10G, I'm just not going to have internet. I'm not going to fucking. I will not submit to the point that someone can move my body for me. You know. Like at this point, they can like just if I'm moving something, I can get like just twitched, which is funny that I'm on Twitch right now. Like they can fuck with your nerves to the point that they twitch, but that's about it. I'm guessing by 10G they can literally just control you almost, and even control your thought. So like we gotta be careful as people on Earth, especially as Americans though, because like we're the one nation on Earth that isn't built as a warring party. Like we're not like medieval Europe or like fucking any other place on Earth that like was built to from war to wage war. Like we did go to war to build this place, but it was to free the people completely. Like I swear to God, I bet the founding fathers had the Civil War planned before the United States ever came into being. But like at the time that the Revolutionary War happened, it was just way too hard to get it to happen. And I bet they literally went through South America first because they were liberated first just to get us liberated because of the geopolitical climate of the times back then. Because back then, if you publicly spoke about being against slavery, you would be preyed on. People would start preying on you, like because it was bad for business to them, you know. It's like when I did my Steel Series headset review. They didn't crash my computer that day, but I've been getting fucked with for doing that one because I dropped my headset the one time. Well, I dropped it 2 times, and by 2 times the headset the earphone broke. So I reviewed it that this is a 2-drop headphone. I like reviewing my peripherals by how many times I accidentally drop it or I drop it by mistake, that it still works. Because I learned this when I was in high school. I think someone taught this to me. That certain things are built to break almost immediately when they take damage, so you buy another one. And other software isn't working, like the fucking app doesn't want to load, which is funny. I was so excited to buy this one too because it has a I can hear my own voice when I speak through the mic, which is what I wanted. Because I want to be able to control my voice and all that. I'm just pretty fucking disappointed because I got that ability now, but the fucking its app doesn't even work now. It used to work. I don't know what the fuck happened. Fucking broke. I just tried reinstalling it now. It doesn't want to load. I'm so depressed. Like it doesn't like me. I beat the fuck out of my drum set though. Like I was just imagining the heads of the people that are doing this shit to me. I also destroyed both my guitars. Oh right, the drum set. It was my dream not to be is it monotonous? Depressing. It's like I didn't want to become a fucking like the people that just like start living their lives on automatic. Or like start complaining, I work for a living. Well, this is my house, whatever the fuck. I didn't want to become like my parents, basically. Who I hated with a passion. I still kind of hate with a fucking passion. What the fuck is the word? Like I wanted to still like pursue my dreams, even if I never accomplish them until the day I die. And like I wanted to have a place that I can have my drums so I can continue to have my practice even into my adulthood. And that's over having kids or like having like the usual stupid fucking life. It's not monotonous. What the fuck is the word? Monotone. I swear to God, there's a word for it. I want to look at the source. Hold up. I didn't want to be bleak. Yeah, I didn't want to be a bleak, depressing, boring individual. Uneventful, uninteresting, monotonous, dismal. Yeah, I didn't want to be a fucking another dismal human being that just fucking lives their life on automatic, you know. And I got it. I got a place that I could afford, like for super cheap. And I got the fucking drums in there, and I fucking ended up destroying it just to prove to them that I do want to fuck. Um, I do want to fucking. I mean, this is me speaking as a New Yorker, and a New Yorker would say I do want to fucking kill them, but it's not. It doesn't actually mean kill them. I mean, like New Yorkers usually speaking in slang, it means fuck them up, which I do want to fuck them up completely. And that is with the justice system. I would love any fucking FBI agent's assistance with with just fucking up all these fucking people that are doing this shit to me. Um, and yeah, and like I had a whole fucking plan to write a whole like I wanted to make my first album. I wanted to like write a whole. I wanted to. I've been learning to compose music since I was a teenager. Like I think like 13, 14, I learned. That's when I really picked up music and started learning. Singing was literally the one thing I never practiced, and and it was because I was always suffocated in the place I grew up in. Like I didn't feel like I had the room to like sing without being judged or suffocated. Like I'm a bit of a claustrophobic person, so I like my own space to grow. And like whenever I tried things of the sort, it would like I would get like what's the word? Intruded upon, you know, like it was like really hard for me to just like learn. So I learned to sing by like whispering under my breath. So like I'll be listening to songs, and it's funny because when I first got my job, the one I'm still working, I would try to like jam out by like just singing under my breath and not actually like pronounce like speaking out loud, like singing out loud, but I would like it's almost like whispering, like but I do all the like the vocal movements would be there, you know, and like in the screaming parts, like you would hear like air coming out of my mouth, and it turns out that technique is actually really fucking useful for learning how to sing because now that I have this place to myself, I've finally decided to just give it a go, and I feel like my progress is way better than I thought it would be, you know, and I definitely attribute that to that technique where. If you're out in public and you want to practice singing, you could just practice singing under your breath, like really, like you don't even have to output sound, but make sure you're mouthing out the words. You can let out a little bit of air, like a little bit of gas. Like I said, it's almost like whispering, but like try to go as slow as possible. You know, like no one should be able to hear you unless they have their ear like glued to your mouth. Like even if they're like 3 feet away, they shouldn't be able to hear you. And right, like, and I was like, you know, I was playing Rocksmith. I was learning guitar. I was literally gonna fucking write a whole album. I was committed to writing a whole album when I was 31. The year I gave up skateboarding, I told myself the year I pick up skateboarding, I'm gonna write an album. And I gave up skateboarding at 31, so I would finish building a video game. Like I wanted to commit to that. That didn't happen. But it wasn't for the worst reason ever. But I still kept the rest of my promise to myself. It was also like if I don't finish it, I still have to keep the promise, you know, like, which I made to myself. And it was to celebrate. And then I wanted to celebrate my 31st year, my Halloween year of my life, by making my own music. And these fucking people invaded my life on the worst fucking year of on the worst fucking timing, you know, with the worst fucking timing. Like I want to fuck them up so fucking badly. Like I literally want to fuck. I literally want to finish them off completely, but I need to figure out who the fuck they are first. And that was them just now. Those were not even like. You could probably hear how I was about to say fuck them up. Well, I was not even thinking the word fuck there. Like I wasn't even trying to say the word fuck. Like that's the kind of problem I'm having right now. Like I was not trying to deliver the word fuck at all. So someone like probably on their fucking keyboard jerking off like wrote fuck and then pressed enter and my fucking brain went, you know.
Like, that's what I'm dealing with right now. And this is after losing the ability to follow up on that fucking promise I made to myself to write my own music this year. Like, I don't know who the fuck is doing this to me, but I really want to fucking hunt them down so fucking badly. I just don't have that ability. I'm not military, you know? And I don't think the military should completely be doing this yet. I think it should be the FBI first, because they're the Bureau of Investigation. And this does seem like a supreme, like, court case, because this is fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck, you know? And I'm not willing to say that it's because of the war, because war is always present, you know? Like, the war has always been here. That's just something else. Like, I know I have a pirate brand, but it's inspired to be like a freedom brand. Like, I freely choose to be whoever the fuck I want to be. And my whole point was that I wanted to inspire people to just be themselves, you know, like. But I don't mean it in the Raider way. I don't mean Raider. Like, it's not a Raider brand. It's a pirate brand. And piracy was not just stealing things. Piracy, like, led to people. It literally helped lead to the United States being created. First of all, it was about being free from states, from other countries. It was about being free from other standards. The whole point of of piracy was the pirate standard, the pirate flag. It meant that the crew itself was its own. It wasn't a state or like a country, but it was its own thing. It was its own entity. It was independent from other entities. So other people come in here thinking that they're pirates too and trying to fuck with me, are being completely hypocritical of what the what the whole fucking point was, right? And secondary, they're doing this while inside the states, where we have like people who have fucking died for the freedoms that we have. And third of all, it's not I'm not a true actual fucking pirate. Like, it's in the spirit of the whole thing. It's an artistic logo, for example. My logo is artistic. It's a cartoon version of it, you know. If I was gonna be a real fucking pirate, I would not be living in the States. I would be out at sea, or like, you know, I'd be what's that called? Like, I would be living remotely and off the radar, you know. So whoever is doing this is probably delusional. They're probably psychopathic or at least sociopathic. They have self-esteem issues. They have jealousy issues. They can't control themselves. They're definitely greedy. They don't have any sense of self-respect. That's another thing. I took up psychology. Like, I don't have a major, but with nowadays you just it doesn't have to be YouTube. You can just use the internet to like get yourself up to speed. I could probably go for a degree, but I'm busy. I have a whole life. Like, I don't have the time to learn that kind of stuff. I mean, I could be doing that right now, but I also want to pursue my own like independent. It's not a career. It's like, to me, this is more than a career. This is like my legacy. Yeah, like, I want to pursue my own independent legacy, you know. That's just mine. Like, that's curated by me. And I've shared this before, but I'm a sole proprietorship. I'm not like, this company's not even an LLC. It's a sole proprietorship. And I love that New York City helped me make it really easy. Like, when I first was learning about this stuff, you had to usually sign up for a sole proprietorship. And after I started making it, they updated it, so I don't even have to sign it up. It's just, if you have a company, if you have a trademark, as long as you keep pushing it, it just signs itself up. And like, I already hold it down. So someone's fucking with me though, and I really don't fucking like that, because I wanted to spend my extra time on my legacy, and people are literally destroyed one of the biggest fucking plans that I have for my life. You only get one Halloween year in your entire life, and they destroyed that for me. They fucking ooh, can I? Oh, that's not right. That's what that spell does. It doesn't counter her ability. Like, they went and destroyed who else does something that cool? And now I can't actually, like, the year already passed. I'm already 32, so that whole thing that I had planned is gone. I literally spent a whole year being harassed, and my computer did not work. It was just being crashed for a year straight. Like, I could not turn my computer on. I don't know. I don't even know why it's working now, to be honest. I'm guessing it's just like their siege just failed miserably, and like they're starting to give up a little bit. Me, on the other hand, I still want to go after them. I don't know what the fuck this bullshit is. And it would seem hard to prove in a court, but I swear to God, this stuff is not that hard to explain. I could explain it on paper to people. So the only way that it doesn't go through is if the judge is corrupt or some shit. And now, like, and then you read online, you look online, like you look for research on this stuff. Why isn't anyone talking about this? Well, I mean, you got to think about it from the military perspective. Is it really a smart idea to be sharing this stuff with the public audience? No, it's not, because then this kind of thing starts happening on a public level. Like just random criminals will start doing this to people. Unfortunately, it's already happening to me, so I'm guessing the tide is already rising to the point that discussing it is no longer I think that we should not be doing. But you won't find videos on YouTube about how to do this. This is like super secret company stuff. This is like Spider-Man, like Oscorp, fucking Hammer Industries, like secret black files that no one's allowed to know, kind of thing. You just have to think about we're in the year 2023, going to 2024. We're in the modern day present. We're in a timeline where Albert Einstein already died. We already know how to control light and waves and stuff like that. Time travel is, I mean, I can guarantee that time travel is real, but I can't prove it, which is totally fine. Like, we're in that era right now. Like, cancer is probably a fucking criminal, like, it's a tool that, like, governments use to keep the population in check, Like, that's the world that we're currently living in. But they made the mistake of fucking with me. So the days of this not being a public knowledge are over, in my opinion. I'm sharing it because I'm not allowing this shit to happen to me. I grew up as someone that's brave. I grew up as someone that literally wanted to be president of the United States. I was literally raised to want to do it because I was asked, like, if you have it as a possibility, would you do it? And I was like, fuck yeah. And they told me, like, the main thing that, like, well, actually, I don't want to go into, like, the exact conditions, because it does feel like a privilege that I earned to get there. But I fit those conditions, and I fucking fought for it my whole fucking life growing up with it. And I've been studying, like the problems in our current day, and I had a whole thing prepared for that, But now I'm having this whole new fucking issue up here, and I'm attacking it straight on. I'm not backing down. I'm not sidelining it. Like, this is a matter of presidential concern. It's of magnitude. If me, someone that has seen themselves as a candidate their whole life, is suddenly getting attacked like this, even if it's because of my creative works or whatever the fuck, I have to fight back. I cannot back down from this. And I cannot negotiate with these fucking people either, because, I mean, forget the, like, do not negotiate with terrorist thing. Like, it's just, it goes beyond that, Like, to me, it's more than that. I cannot yield, because if I yield, other people will also yield, and, like, whoever's doing this gets to win, like, and that's not good for anyone. I'm getting fucked up, but I don't think it's me, because if you'll notice, like, all their cards are mythical, legendary, mythical. Each and every day. Let's switch songs. Blame it on. I wanted to finish that one. The reason I was singing that song, and the only reason I was singing that song, no like tertiary, secondary reason, is because I really love Rise Against. They were my favorite band when I was in college, and that's it. Also, that's a really good song. Like, it's composed really fucking well. And yeah, like the thing that upsets me the worst about last year is that I literally had songs that I wanted to compose already. Like I've had stuff that I've been working on in my mind for years now. And the moment I got good at guitar to the point that I impressed myself was when I realized I could now write a song. And even go for an album, but I was waiting for the right time, and then I decided, like, and then I remembered my 31-year-old, my 31 Halloween promise to myself, so I left it all for that, and now that's gone. Like it's something irreparable that happened to me. Um, it's pretty fucked up, and like I encourage any listeners like that maybe like need help like as they grow out of like their school years into the work life. Give yourself a goal like this, but maybe like be prepared for someone to try to interfere too. But like it's really cool to have something like this. Like you have a plan to the point like 10 years ahead. You know how they always say, "What's your 5-year plan?" Well, I had a little 10-year plan. I think it was more. It was like a 13, 14-year plan. But yeah.
Constant quick fixes. They don't make no sense. Hop on bandwagon.
The lyrics aren't the. I don't know. That's weird. Like the lyrics aren't showing up right. What the fuck? It's not showing me the right lyrics. That's so weird. Hold up. I'm gonna reset everything. Living in the shadows. I don't think they want me to sing along. Whoever's doing this, and like I hate that. Like whoever's doing this to me seems to have complete and total control over like most of my stuff. Like any browser I go onto, anything, literally anything I'm doing. Like I can see a time anomaly also being in effect, which sucks balls. Like I don't even know if I'm talking into what's that called? Fuck. That works. It's showing up. Not a tunnel. Not a void.
Hop on bandwagons. You make me sick. Don't you tell me what you think is right. I can tell that you are free.
I think actually in this instance, I think they just put the wrong lyrics for this song. This is another one of their songs. This one's Try Honesty. They put the lyrics for Try Honesty and Living in the Shadows. But still, it feels like sometimes I'm being fucked with to the point that there's like a time anomaly with the precision of how I'm getting fucked with, which really sucks. Because because it also drives up my paranoia. Don't you tell me what you think. What you what you think is right. See, this is how you practice. What you think is right. That's how I do it. I'll be like, don't you tell me what you think is right. What you think is right. What you think is right. I'm not delivering right. Right. That one's hard. Like, and then you focus on the word. Like, if there's a part that's hard to deliver, like drums. Like, so if I'm trying to do like, you saw how many tries that took me, right? First try. Right. He holds it, like he goes, right. He holds it for almost a whole second. Right. Don't you tell me what you think is right when you're living in the shadows. When you're living in the shadows. Practice like that. Start, because otherwise you're going to blow up your voice, and you're not going to be able to get the repetition that you need to deliver this on a mic and like get people, to drop their panties. Now, if they're throwing panties, feel free to kick them out because that's kind of nasty. Even if you think they're hot, because it's not good to just let people do that to you. Don't you tell me what you think is right when you're living in the shadows. Don't you tell me what you think is right. I love Billy Talent. Like, that's my favorite part of all his music is when he screams like that. That's like his signature line delivery. Like, he competes with Eminem in that regard, I think, which is pretty fucking cool. Don't you tell me what you... I can't do it. Oh my god, my mouth muscles just clenched. Like, that takes a lot of practice. Like, that's not so motherfucker with me. Like, there's like tension in my throat right now. My what's this? My larynx has a shit ton of tension right now. Don't you tell me what do you think? And for that one's commitment. If you try to slow down when you have to commit to the, and that's one thing I love about singing, unlike drumming. For drumming it would be just like, so that's 2 beats, right? Well, for singing, it's really hard, just a single beat, like in drumming you just like you're hitting something. Now there is a part in drumming where that's also difficult, like if you're trying to do a roll, for example. Like a single hit that bounces multiple times. That's really hard. Also hitting the right part of the drum. So if you hit the different parts of the drum, it actually gives you a different sound. Getting those right is pretty difficult. Getting rim shots at the right time. So for this, it's like delivering the single word really well. When he goes, what? When he says what? What? Like what? See, like I suck at this. Okay, now that did feel like something was fucking with my ability to deliver. Like, what I hate about these, like, this wave-based system is that I can't even feel them. Like, I kind of want like a vaccine or something that lets me feel when the waves are affecting me. Like something that just like I could just tell. Also a way to fight back. So like, like without needing a computer, just like having a thought and just smacking them over the back of the head or some shit, So like it does like an IP bounce. So like whenever something gets delivered, it just bounces right back to whatever path it took, and then it fucking finds the person and just bitch smacks them, Even if they're using a VPN or whatever. It would probably have to use like some kind of quantum rewind, like a quantum rewind system, yeah. See, that's a patent. That's a patent right there. Patent. Technique. So like it just quantumly rewinds and just bitch smacks him. That's a cool magic card too. Don't you tell me what you think. Yeah, you gotta commit to the word. So like yeah, for drumming, a single tap, it's just a single tap. For singing, the word what, it's a single tap technically. So you have to commit to it fully. But it takes there's more time. Like, a single tap is quick. Like, there's a certain amount of time in that, right? And so it's easier because it has a shorter time interval where you have to hold. Well, I wouldn't call it hold. See, now this is the thing. It's a shorter time interval to execute. Yeah, it's executing. What I'm doing wrong there when I'm saying what is that I'm already sending signals to stop, and I'm cutting I'm cutting it off short. I'm cutting that part off short, or I'm holding it back. I'm thinking too much. You gotta just execute. What you think is? The reason I'm not doing that is because even though I have this big ass house, it's already almost 1 a.m. and I'm fearing for my neighbors. I don't want to startle my neighbors. I could be like 6 p.m. and I'm still like the idea of my neighbors are in the back of my mind, and it's not letting me execute how I want. Like, I need a completely soundproof room, or like I need to go live in the middle of the fucking woods to have no disturbances, or I need sensory deprivation to have the ability to just deliver at that caliber in practice to get good at singing this kind of technique, which is pretty fucking cool. And I think that's why he's doing this, because he is like, what you think is right. I think that's 6. What you think? Oh, that's 5. When you're living in the shadows, don't you tell me what you think is right. What you think it? Fuck. And then I'm trying, and see, and then I'm doing something wrong there too, because I'm not trying to just deliver. I'm also trying to add a sound, and then my brain is literally trying to do 2 things at once. So I'm sending 2 signals, right? And it's sending 2 frequencies, which is making that squeaky sound appear. I gotta do it all in a single signal, and the best way to do that is just to go for it. And whatever comes out, and then you do it again, and this time just go for it again, but try to get closer to where he is. And that's how I've been learning to do this, and it's really fucking fun and cool. All that stuff is also patent pending. Make sure to cite me at the minimum. I'm your vocal coach now too, bitch. Ugh. I just kicked the wall when I said bitch. Bitch. Don't you tell me what you think is right. that was me. That wasn't me. I think that's just saliva in my throat. Don't you tell me what you think. What you think. Fuck, that's so hard. What you think is right. What you think is. What you think is right. You could also slow it down, which helps. What you think is right. When you're living in the shadows, don't you tell me what you think is right. When you're living in the shadow. Oh, that was better. Don't you tell me what you think is right. Don't you tell me what you think is right. When you're living in the shadow. That was my accent that kicked in. It's slurred. Alright, let's I'd rather just listen to him sing. So much better.
Constant quick fixes. They don't make no sense. Hop on bandwagons. You make me sick. Don't you
Tell me what you think is right. When you're living in the shadows, I can tell that you have lost your sight. Don't you tell me what you think is right. I can tell that you have lost your sight.
Distant blue chuckles, making me awkward instances.
Now, hold up. Now, there's the thing where like I haven't practiced singing enough to write music. That's all bullshit. Like me not knowing how to sing well enough to write music is total bullcrap because I can compose the entire fucking song and be shit at singing it and then keep practicing till I'm good at it and also learn covers at the same time because I was planning on doing both. Like I literally feel like there's a group of people that are trying to control me and I literally just want to beat the fuck out of all of them till they're all like just drooling and can't even like speak properly. It's either that or the FBI helps me. if I can choose between the two. I mean, I'm not a mercenary. Like, I need a badge or something. I just need a mercenary badge. And, like, another PI's, like, assistance or something. And we could just go hunting for people, man. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Don't you tell me what you think is right when you're living in the shadows. Sorry that I keep fucking up this song. When you're living in the shadows, I can tell that you have lost. You have lost your sight. You have lost your sight. You have lost. Yeah. You have lost. Sound like a witch. When you're living in the shadows, I can tell that you have lost your sight. Don't you tell me what you think is right when you're living in the shadows. The funny part is I was not trying to, like, I didn't prepare the song ahead of time. I don't know if this is like a time. It could be a time anomaly. It could be a quantum anomaly. Anomaly. Someone's trying to get me to sing enamel for some reason, which is stupid. Which makes me think of dentistry. Dentists are awesome, by the way. Except when they fucking implant chips in your mouth to like control you. But that's like minor compared to this bullshit. Like, now people don't even gotta implant chips in your fucking brain anymore. It's all about the 5G with this. I don't know. I feel like one of these days, like, it's all gonna get cut off, and that's when the next war is gonna start. I think that's what they meant, like when they said World War III will be fought. I don't know. Yeah, like I'm not sure how that line, but then the World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. It could also mean that there's time machines in World War IV. Not that there's that we all die, but like everyone has access to time machines and we're fighting alongside dinosaurs and bullshit. Which is pretty fucking crazy. Don't you tell me what you think is right when you're living in the shadows. I can tell you. You have lost your sight when you're living in the shadows. As the ship clears the edge of the water deep harbor, you notice pirates sail on the horizon and what has made them so bold. You know, but my pirate standard is its own thing. The reason I went for Jolly Roger Studios, though, is because it fits so well when I put the words together, and I realized I've never heard those words go together before. I was like, yeah, I guess it's mine now. I'm the first. And then secondary, I did like a whole like creative project on what it means. And then I went for a definition too because it's my crew. You know, I'm the captain. I get to define what it is. It's my definition of freedom. And while I'm not willing to hire anyone because I love my proprietorship too much, I am willing to contract people. So if anyone wants to do contracting work, I'm willing to do that. I'm at the Fiverr range though when it comes to that, so don't expect much money, you know. I'm also not willing. I'm not willing to do sponsors or partners. until I have enough money to take them on. If you know, not just legal battles, but actual battle if it ever came down to it. Because I mean, the way I'm getting harassed, it feels like that's something that is a possibility. Unfortunately. But even then, legal battle too, because it's annoying. Because like I know I know my rights. I know I have my truths. And I know I'm in the right, and I know I have my right away. So like, I don't want to work with people who just have money. Like they'll just spend a shit ton of money to harass me and do what they did last year, which is like completely derail a whole year's worth of. Like and it wasn't even just about like the company. It was about me. Like that year was for me. That was my year for me. You know, these people did that to me. There's no forgiveness for that. That's not something I will ever forgive anyone for. Like I will 100% sure I will 100% make sure justice gets dealt out. Whether it's through vengeance or, well, I mean, justice and vengeance are synonymous with each other, aren't they? So I don't think other means are necessary, but that's that's a different story. I think I lost this one too. I gotta go to sleep soon. I think 2 a.m. is good. Yeah. So there's a quantum anomaly, time anomaly, anomaly, like whack-a-mole, Anna, like Queen Anna or Queen Anne. Well, it was Queen Anne, but Anna, like America. But instead of an M, it's an N, but there's two N's, which also represents an M in certain languages. Queen AM, Queen Ama, Queen Love. But it's America, so M-E-N, like Anne, like Revenge of Queen Anne. And mole, like a mole, like a ground-digging creature, mammal. Also a spy that like is inside of something. And LOI, Lee, like kung fu fighting, female, in charge, empress, and Namely. Enamel, teeth material. Quantum anomaly, time anomaly, and this is the cool one. Energy displacement and anomaly on like AO anomaly. Oh no, anomaly. You better. I'm better off just starting with no anomaly. And there's a time displacement anomaly where every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like I'm in a life that's so harassed by this kind of like techniques, like things will just fall into place, which is it's almost quantum science, but it's more just energy, like it's like karmic energy, like basically karma, yeah, like falling into place, which is kind of crazy. Like this is a pretty karmic moment, kind of cool. Sense. I love how he screams, hop on bandwagons. You make me sick. Don't you tell me what you think is right when you're living in the shadows. I can tell that you have lost your sight when you're living in the shadows. Don't you tell me what you think is right when you're living in the shadows. I can tell that you have lost your sight when you're living in the shadows. Don't chuckles, deep me awake. Awkward instances won't make you hate. shadows at the door. We've said this all before. Your shadows at the door. Don't you tell me what? That was fun. What? Does not want to leave. I gotta go to one of their concerts. So, like, I love all these bands. I've been to like 1.5 concerts. So far, I have like Yellowcard and The Used, just like the top two like bands I've watched perform live, and Holy Bread. In terms of like how they nailed the performance during the time that I saw them, not whether I like their songs or not. Ah, I fucked it up. I'm just prac. I'm not pragmatic, I'm practicing. Prag. You're prog one there.
Trying to figure out who I've been running from. Gotta figure out who I've been running from.
Oh wow, my MTG audio wasn't popping off. That sucks. It's just been me. I mean, at least with this game it doesn't matter as much, you know? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Like the angel you are left creating a darkness in her sky. They turn the lights down low and shadows hiding from the world. Turn the lights down low and shadows hiding from the world. Only coming out when it gets cold.
Hiding out of the back of the parking lot. 1,000 choices that I probably should have called off. A date on every little thing.
fucked that up. It's only when they're attacking alone. Oops. That one's fine. Fuck it. Please tell me that this is the end of the world. We will strike with the arms of God. I like he goes for like a choir type of thing. It's like a. It's not pleading. I forgot the name. What the fuck? It crashed. The game crashed. The game's not responding. Wow, it crashed. And the fucking stupid the broken ass app is working all of a sudden. The fuck? Please tell me that this is the end of the world. That this is the end of the world. That this is the end of the world. I can't do it. Please tell me. Oh. Bass enhancement. Bass enhancement. I swear to God, if they crash my game just so I can see that the SteelSeries app is fucking working, it's so fucking stupid. I fucking hate other people. I do not want a production. Like, this is the thing. I've had multiple production classes, like where I've been part of, like, big time productions. Well, I wouldn't say big time productions, but like big time as in like we were like big time in our own little group of people. But like I've been part of but we have big time tools, so like I know how they work. Like I do not need people doing anything for me at all. Like I'm very independent, and I love that. It's like hyper stupid to even like try to approach me or like interact with me in this kind of like manner. Someone trying to give me the word fauna. Who the fuck uses fauna? Stick my dick in your fauna, bitch. Trace or a memory. Please tell me that this is the end of the world. Erase history without a trace or a memory. I like how he does that. He hums first. Memory. Yeah, and then he goes for and in turn it's a hum, but it's a different type of hum. I can't memory. Yeah, it's hard to hold. Like the tongue has to be in the right place to make that sound. That's like, and that's why these guys, all of them, are so rich and have so much money, and because like they're literally able to land a precision like tongue movement to make this precision sound. They got this like precision sounding song, and then some of the times they can do it on stage too, which is really fucking cool. And if not, they get close enough, to get everyone hyped for the album. But it's a shit ton of work, like and then they have a whole album's worth of songs, or like by this point like multiple albums worth of songs memorized. Just practicing my sticks. Like, I'm not trying to sound good right now. I want to give it the timing right. See, I can't rev a left stick roll while I'm tapping with that stick, but I could do it with my right. So. Yeah, that's way harder. With my left, I still don't have it mastered. I just never spent the time. And it was also I had the wrong sticks like for like a good like 15 years. I was using 5As instead of 5Bs, and like 5Bs are like monstrous. Which is funny because when I first like had 5Bs in my hand, they felt massive. Like how the fuck do you play with these? And now that I'm old, they look tiny to me. They look like 5As. Like my hands were literally smaller back when I started. But that's the reason I couldn't like learn world properly. I'm here waiting. I'm here waiting. I like his voice. a box.
that I can make you
Back to back to back to back to back to back. Slack, 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 slack. So what's it feel like to be a ghost? Louder now, right now. So what's it feel like to be a ghost? Ah, 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 You said a little more about your dreams, like that was my call. Only listen, bypass everything and went straight for the neck. I studied nightly, dragged you out into the streets before you buckled at your knees. So what's it feel like to be a ghost? Louder now, right now. So what's it feel like to be a ghost? Are you up for this? Are you up for this? Not quite painless, it sits perched on your arm, tacky and irrelevant, so what? A permanent reminder that, oh Christ, a nightly dragged you out into the streets before you buckled at your knees. What's it feel like to be a ghost? So what's it feel like to be a girl? Are you up for this? Fuck, I can't whammy right. I saw them live, they got jacked. Their stage wasn't tuned right. It's because they had the biggest stage. Like, I don't think they had enough time to test it because it was packed. I literally crowd surfed from the back of the whole crowd all the way to the front. I was at the nosebleeds. I actually have one of their drumsticks because they got doing it. I ended up catching it. It was funny. What's it feel like to be a ghost? What's it feel like to be a ghost? It's fun. Are you up for? Why do I keep getting like the fucking look? This bitch like fucking sent the Grand Unifier. I'm out of here. Finding my getaway car. the fuck out. Smack this bitch. I don't understand how to sing his song, cause can I scream? Yeah, we like motion. Tell me. Woo! 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 The woo's awesome. I love how he was. He's got a really good woo. Like girls get pregnant when he woos. It's not even his fault either. He didn't do it right. That's not the same one. The one that I heard was way louder. He usually screams that. This is a different copy, I think. Son of a bitch. That was my statement. My whole fucking statement. Just change the song. I think they record multiple copies a lot of the time, and they try to get them really nice, which is really cool. Then the drummers and the guitarists could try to update it a little. We're dancing all the wrong songs. We're not. We're not. We're not. We're not. We're not. We're not. Lady. I like the song, but not right now. There's a louder version of that song, and that one's really good. That one sounds crisper, but like it's not loud enough. Like it's supposed to be loud. It just doesn't sound good without the loudness. Without the loudness. That one's hard. I want to try it. I'm getting better. Yo, no one wants to play me. They're just fucking me up. Like, why don't they match me with my actual name?
And slowly finish laughing in the glow of our headlights. I've given a lot of thought to the nights we used to have. The days have come and gone. Our lives went by so fast. I faintly remember breathing on your bedroom floor, where I laid and told you, but you swear you love me more. Do you care if I don't know what to say?
Will you sleep tonight, or will you think of me? Will I shake this off, pretend it's all okay, that there's someone out there who feels just like me? There is.
Those notes you wrote me, I've kept them all. I've given a lot of thought of how to write you back this fall, with every single letter in every Will you sleep tonight? Will you think of me? Will I shake this off? Pretend it's all okay.
All right, last one. Let's go.
Someone out there who feels just like me.
There is. I wish the lyrics updated. It ruins the moment.
Stuck in a crisis without a conscience, trapped in a place we don't belong. There's no more heroes left to believe in. They
Push their backs against the wall. I know that something's got to change. So along the way, your thoughts are blank to flame. 'Cause we're falling down again. That was fun. That was fun. Goodbye, Swan. burning, trapped inside a reckless paradise. The wheels are turning, true to lies in reckless paradise. Could cut the tension with a knife, it's reckless paradise. It's reckless. The Ow. Down again. I like the cover. It's like Ghost Rider. Discard a card. Discard a card. Discard. Discard. Discard a card. Divine Enter. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I believe in God, but I don't think God is that type of. Like, I know God's rules, and like, God's all good. And like, it's very limiting over the influence over Earth. So you can just tell when it's not God. If God is real, it leads to good. So like, placing someone under duress is not good. So it's really easy. Till I collapse. Sucks. Seriously, not a single win. It's like I don't have like they want me to pay real money on it. Like real money or you keep losing, bitch. Let's do best of one. Oh, that was the best of one. Oh, you know what? I know what I need to do before we leave. Sticking to you. To you. Fuck. No, what? Ah. Just can't take it. Just can't take it. It's got me on the hook. And I just can't take it. Back in the old neighborhood. Yeah, I just can't take it. You know just how to piss me off. Don't test my patience. You're always up to no good. And I just can't take it. Even though I know I should. Even though when I know it. What? Okay, I think I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna. I need to shush you. Hold up. Shh. Maybe next time on Twitch. TwitchTV.com. Next time on TwitchTV.com. We're Magic together. Maybe more sing. Maybe I'll even fucking work on some music. Maybe. For the music though, I'll probably be streaming from Jolly Roger Studios channel, not this one, because it seems preposterous and like pretentious of me, but there's nothing wrong with practicing music, and there's definitely nothing wrong with practicing music on stream. Don't let people tell you. Don't let fucking people tell you nothing. You do whatever the fuck you want. You hear me? Unless you're impeding on other people's rights, and at that point, like call the FBI if you're the impeded upon, or if it's the police, make sure they're the right police. If if they're like pissy assholes, don't fucking call them. At that point, you might as well just call a private like investigator or a private like PFC company or some bullshit, or like someone that would help you. Anyway, I'm going to fuck to sleep.